Hi, my name is Joe Painter. Welcome once again to Faces of Opportunity. I have met the most delightful people, and so have you, and there are many, many more to come. And they all are from Opportunity House. I love the name first and foremost because when it knocks, you know you want to answer. And it's amazing the people that answer and what happens in their life when they do answer that door of opportunity. With me this afternoon is Melissa Haydt. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Thanks for coming in.
Sure.
You're the Vice President of the Children's Alliance Center, correct? What is that?
We do the forensic interviews for sexually abused children.
It's a very serious topic.
Very. Yes.
Wow, where do you start with that? I didn't even know that Opportunity House offered those services.
Yes, this is the 11th year that this program is under Opportunity House.
Mm-hmm. So since you've moved under the auspices of Opportunity House, has the need diminished?
Oh, no, not at all. No, the need is increasing. Each year, the numbers seem to go up, and now, of course, since we had the Sandusky situation, even more cases are being reported than before.
And if there's a blessing in that, obviously you want the numbers to go down, but I think it speaks to the fact that maybe as a society we're more aware of it, more willing to talk about it, and if you get it out in the open, does that in and of itself possibly protect children?
I think so. The more that people are aware, the more protection services can be put into place.
So when you put a spotlight on something.
Yes.
Which is exactly what we're doing.
Yes.
So could you share for us maybe what are some signs of sexually abused children that collectively we could look for? Maybe even mom or dad. Maybe mom or dad don't know. Mm-hmm. So what are some things we might look for or be aware of and that we could come to you?
Certainly. I mean, each situation is certainly, very, very different. But some of the different signs maybe that people could look for if their child all of a sudden gets really quiet and doesn't talk as much as they did before, doesn't play, doesn't interact as much with other children and other people like they did before. Or in terms of conversation, if they start talking about sexual topics, using sexual words, sexual connotations, which is something that is very unusual for a particular child. Those are definite signs. If they start, and it could go two different ways in terms of the school setting. They could start to, their grades could start maybe to decline, or they might actually become an excellent student and actually excel in their schoolwork because that's one area of their life they can control. If sexual abuse is going on in their life, in the home or elsewhere, they can't control that.
So they control whatever they can.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I've heard when you have smaller children that you should teach them the proper name for body parts, because if you have cute names for it and they want to reach out or they start talking, the person they're speaking to who could help them might not know what that is. Is that true, or is it a good idea?
It really is a good idea. I mean, certainly it's good if we do teach our children the proper names for different body parts. However, when the child does come into our center for a forensic interview, one of the things the interviewer generally tries to ascertain is what do they call their body parts.
Okay.
So that we can identify during the interview their names for the different body parts so that we can refer to that name then during the interview.
Melissa, in talking with you, it sounds like you're not seeking out sexually abused children, rather you are seeing them once it's been reported. Is that fair?
That's correct. We accept our referrals at the Children's Alliance Center from either law enforcement or children and youth.
Okay.
Either one of those entities has to be doing an official child abuse investigation in order for the Children's Alliance Center to get a request for a forensic interview.
What is your goal? What is the purpose?
The ultimate goal is to have a successful prosecution in the case, and also, of course, to get the child and family the help that they need to deal with the situation.
How traumatic is that? I can't imagine for a child to have to relive something. I would imagine by the time they've gotten to you, they're fairly traumatized.
It can be extremely traumatizing. That's one of the reasons why the whole Children's Alliance Center process has been set up, and it is becoming very popular across the country. And actually, since the Sandusky case, there's supposed to be a Children's Alliance Center set up within 2 hours of every child in the state of Pennsylvania.
Wow.
But the whole idea behind a Children's Alliance Center is that the environment is child-friendly.
Okay.
It is sort of a directed conversation with the child to try and find out what happened. You can't ask any leading questions or force the child to go in any particular direction during the interview.
Testimony wouldn't be thrown out?
That's correct.
So you're very careful that what you ascertain can be used in prosecution?
Yes, yes, that is correct. And during the whole process of the interview, it is only the interviewer and the child that's in the interview room.
Is it filmed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is recorded, video and audio recorded. And the professionals are sitting in another room, and by professionals I mean law enforcement, children and youth, sometimes the prosecutor. They are observing the interview and listening to it through headsets. So the interviewer will be interviewing the child for a period of time, and then they will take a break, go back and check in with the professionals to see if there's any questions she or he might have forgotten. And then they go back into the interview and finish it up.
Do you do these interviews, you?
I'm trained, but I don't do them myself. I actually have 2 trained forensic interviewers. One is strictly English speaking, and the other interviewer is bilingual.
And how, you said it's been 11 years since you're with Opportunity House?
Yes.
How has that changed your work or benefited your work at the Children's Alliance Center to be associated or under the wing of Opportunity House?
Well, I think that for one thing, Opportunity House has been very supportive of the Children's Alliance Center. And to be perfectly honest, I mean, it isn't something that initially fit into the mission statement of Opportunity House. So, you know, Opportunity House have taken the Children's Alliance Center under its wing is a really good thing. And I think that it's been a very positive relationship. And also, I think it's been really good being affiliated with Opportunity House for money purposes and getting donations. There are several major donors that we have contributing to the Children's Alliance Center so that we can keep doing this very important work.
And through these interviews, have there been successes in terms of prosecution?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
There have.
And hopefully the more that happens and the more we talk about it, we can avoid the situation altogether, but certainly address the issue with any of those who are sexually abusing children.
Correct.
And put them behind bars.
Correct.
Melissa, thank you very much for the work you do, ever so important, and thanks for sharing the story and the impact of that here on the People Chronicles on Faces of Opportunity.
Thank you.